you know in the Bible when you've got that passage in Samuel where Samuel goes to bed and he hears a voice calling him, and he goes running to Eli, the high priest, and says, "Did you call me?" And he says, "No." And this goes on 3 times. He keeps going back to Eli and saying, "Did you call me? Did you call me? What is it, Master?" And the 3rd time, Eli says, "You know what? It wasn't me, and it might actually be God. So next time, when you hear the voice, say, 'Speak, Lord, your servant heareth.'" So he does. But do you know what it says just before that? It says, Samuel did not know that it was the Lord because he did not yet know the Lord's voice. Now, I wonder, are you a bit like Samuel and you don't actually know God's voice yet? How can we know God's voice? Because so many of us, we struggle for knowing what his will is for our lives. And we want to know God's will for our lives because we don't want to make mistakes. We want to take the wrong path and end up setting God's plans back by years and years. We want to know exactly what God's will is for our lives. So what's the answer? How can we know God's will for our life? Shall I tell you how you know? You listen to his voice on a daily basis. What does that look like? It looks like getting in his word, reading his word every day. When you do that, you start to learn and hear and recognize the voice of the Lord.